Now it came to pass in the days when the judges judged, there was a famine in the land, and a man went from Bethlehem of Judah to sojourn in the fields of Moab, he and his wife and his 2 sons, and the man's name was Elimelech, and his wife's name was Naomi. His 2 sons' names were Mahlon and Chilion, Ephrathites from Bethlehem of Judah, and they came to the fields of Moab and remained there. Now Elimelech, Naomi's husband, died, and she was left with her 2 sons. And they married Moabite women, one named Orpah, the other named Ruth, and they dwelt there for about 10 years. And both Mahlon and Chilion also died, and the woman was left bereft of her 2 children and of her husband. Now she arose with her daughter-in-law, returned from the fields of Moab, for she had heard in the field of Moab that the Lord had remembered his people to give them bread. And she went forth from the place where she had been, and her 2 daughters-in-law with her, and they went on the road to return to the land of Judah. Naomi said to her 2 daughters-in-law, "Go return each woman to her mother's house. May the Lord deal kindly with you, as you have dealt with the deceased and with me. May the Lord grant you that you find rest, each woman in her husband's house." And she kissed them, and they raised their voices and wept. They said to her, "No, but we will return with you to your people." Naomi said, "Return, my daughters. Why should you go with me? Have I yet sons in my womb, that they should be your husbands? Return, my daughters, go, for I have become too old to marry, that I should say that I have hope, even if I had a husband tonight, and even if I had borne sons. Would you wait for them until they grew up? Would you shut yourself off for them and not marry? No, my daughters, for it is much more bitter for me than for you, for the hand of the Lord has gone forth against me." And they raised their voices and wept again. Orpah kissed her mother-in-law, but Ruth cleaved to her. She said, "Lo, your sister-in-law has returned to her people and to her God. Return after your sister-in-law." And Ruth said, "Do not entreat me to leave you, to return from following you. For wherever you go, I will go, and wherever you lodge, I will lodge. Your people shall be my people, and your God my God. Where you die, I will die, and there I will be buried. So may the Lord do to me, and so may he continue, if anything but death separate me and you." And she saw that she was determined to go with her, so she stopped speaking to her. And they both went on until they arrived to Bethlehem. And it came to pass, when they arrived to Bethlehem, that the entire city was astir on the account that they said, "Is this Naomi?" She said to them, "Do not call me Naomi, call me Mara, for the Almighty has dealt with very bitterly with me. I went away full, and the Lord has brought me back empty. Why then should you call me Naomi, seeing that the Lord has testified against me, and the Almighty has dealt harshly with me?" So Naomi returned, and Ruth the Moabitess, her daughter-in-law, with her, who returned from the fields of Moab, and they came to Bethlehem at the beginning of the barley harvest.